want to.
Okay. And go.
Go. Oh, God. Nah, babe. It's horrible.
Amazing. This video is brought to you by A Better Route Planner, the route planner for EVs. Hundreds of cars are supported. Choose your configuration, plan your route with the charging network that you want to prefer or charging networks that you want to avoid. If you're a premium member, you can use real-time weather forecast and traffic information, and you can also use A Better Route Planner in your car with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Use the link in the description to support the channel and use A Better Route Planner Premium for 30 days for free. Hello everyone, this is my wife Cindy and we are in the Audi RS e-tron GT Performance, a 925 horsepower sports car. And right now, so the last half hour, Cindy drove a bit, and last week she drove for 60 minutes as a passenger. She was a passenger, and we all want to know what she thinks about the car.
Yes. Okay, so first I'll talk about how it is to drive, and then I'll talk about how it was to be a passenger. So like Chris said, I just drove the car on city streets, on country roads, and also on the highway. So it was only short, I don't know, 40 minutes or something, but I got a pretty good feel for the car. So it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting, I don't know, it not to be comfortable, but that's actually not true. This car is, when you first sit in the driver's seat, first of all, I was totally surprised that I could see, because I thought, oh my God, the seat's probably not going to go up as high as I need it to be. But nope.
What's your height?
Yeah, so I'm 5 feet tall or 150 centimeters. So I still need my pillow, but that's with almost every car. But I can actually see pretty well. Yeah, I was surprised. There was no issue at all. I really like the fact that the steering wheel, I mean, that's with most cars, you can adjust the height, but this is electric. So you just push a little wee button and then it goes up and down. I had no problem seeing anything. So that there was no issue for me at all. Getting the seatbelt, of course, because my seat is as far as it goes in the front, getting the seatbelt, but that's not unusual. As a driver, the seat is usually not an issue for me because my legs are stretched out, and it was the same in this car. I didn't even notice the seat, so that means that it's positive. There was nothing that I was. So for me as a driver with my height, there were no issues whatsoever with the seat. Electric, obviously, so I just have to, everything is up as high as it goes. Yeah, so I have nothing to complain about there. Getting in and out of the car as a driver, getting in is actually not that bad. I thought, oh, sports car, oh my God, it's going to be horrible to get in. But no, it's getting out wasn't that nice. But I got out of the car and our driveway is on a slant. So, and also, this is very important, and people who are not my height don't know this, but when the seat is up as high as it is, getting out of a car, even if it's so flat, is still a bit difficult because I'm so high. So getting out wasn't amazing, but that's because the seat is high. But getting in, the car is totally fancy, and it goes up, I don't know, Chris said how many centimeters? 7 centimeters. But you really notice it. Getting in, yeah, it's actually quite comfortable for a sports car. And also, the time that we drove last week for an hour, we had the dogs with us, and getting them in and out was also, it wasn't like having to reach down to get them. So for a big time sports car, it's actually more comfortable than I thought it would be. I know that this car has a lot of horsepower, so when I was driving, I didn't focus on anything. I did that as a passenger, but when I was driving, I didn't focus on anything. So I'll get to that stuff as a passenger, but not driving, because when I drove, I was just totally concentrating on the road and everything. A couple of things did pop out to me though. First of all, the heads-up display is awesome. I love the heads-up display. There's nothing. It's the speed and what I'm not allowed to do. Yeah, so it tells me, and sorry, if you leave the lane assist on, which I tend to do, it tells me that the lane assist is on, and if it has the car has to correct itself, then I can see that in the heads-up display. But if you don't have that on, all I have there is the speed limit. Even when I'm parked, I can see. It's awesome. I can see the speed limit and how fast I'm going. I like that. I don't like to be distracted when I'm driving, so the heads-up display was really good. Also, on the highway, I love the blind spot lights. This one's huge.
That's true.
It's ginormous. So I love it in Hank, our ID7, but this is even bigger, even more. There's a car or whatever. So I like that a lot. Yeah, I talk about all the other stuff when I talk about being a passenger. I talk about the drive right now. First of all, love the steering wheel for my tiny little hands.
It's so thin.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
It's amazing. I sat down, I put my hands on the steering wheel, and I was, I really like this.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Steering wheels nowadays seem to be thicker, and that's when you have super small hands like I do. I don't know. It's just not as comfortable. And I was stressed out big time because I know that this car is super sports car, whatever. My hands were sweating a lot, and I was really happy that there are grooves in there. So I had really good grip and
Moisture runs off.
Yeah, no, I really liked the steering wheel. It stood out to me right away. It's super comfy. It's missing.
Yeah, because you're so short. Even for me, my elbow is here.
Yeah.
The armrest in the middle is not the best.
It's not the best in it, but would I use it in this car? I think I would always. I don't know.
I do.
It's psychological, this car with me. It's not how it drives. I just know, oh my God, this car is so powerful. So I would get used to it, and I only did drive it for 40 minutes or whatever. So I'm not sure I would ever use the armrest. But anyways, okay. So the feel of the car feels very, very, very heavy, and it feels very stable. It's a bit bumpy, but not bad. I was expecting it to be, I don't know. The Tesla was felt, even though this car is sportier than the Tesla, this one feels more stable than the Tesla did.
Model 3.
Model 3, okay. Yeah, so it feels really stable, but it feels really wide. So we just tried parking in the grocery store in the parking lot, and you can see when you use the backup camera, you can see that the lines there, and I was, oh my God, this car is really wide. You don't really. Yeah, I guess I did notice it when I was driving, but I didn't freak out when other cars were coming in the other direction. But it's definitely wider. It doesn't feel unsafe. So I felt like I had complete control of the car. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting, I don't even know what I was expecting, but it wasn't what I was, I guess I was expecting, I don't know.
That's
I
good.
felt,
That's good.
I felt a bit,
but I don't know what
but
I
I don't know. I don't know. I just, it felt more safe than I guess, more stable, and I was surprised. So, okay. So on the country roads, I was obviously, because they were quite narrow, I went the speed limit or even below the speed limit because, yeah, I'm not used to it. But on the highway, I let it go a bit. No problem. The fastest I've ever driven before today would be 180, and that's no problem. But in this car, like Chris said, I was going, I think, 150, 160, and it felt like I was going 110, 160. You don't even notice. There's no, oh geez, oh yeah, okay, oh my God, and then, do it again. No, it was no problem at all. And then I think I went 200 and something.
210.
No problem. No problem. Only for a short distance, obviously, I wanted to see. But before we did this test, Chris warned me, he said, okay, I'll show you what kind of power this, and it was awful. Seriously, it was only for what, 2 seconds? I don't even know. It
doesn't take long.
I mean, I grabbed on, I probably swore, I don't know. It was a horrible feeling. I have a total new respect for the Formula One drivers that they and this was nothing.
Yeah, against those, yeah.
Seriously, so I think we probably should have done that after I had driven, because then I think maybe I was a bit intimidated that oh my God, I know what kind of power this car has, and I would not want to do that again.
I thought the other way, not that you floor it. So let's see.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, no, he's right. He's right.
That was my
he's totally right. Yeah, but it's shocking that a car can go like that. Oh my God. It was, no, stop. It was, I never want that again. It was a horrible feeling. Even though I was ready. He was, okay, you ready? I'm going to floor it. And then I was like, I probably screamed. I don't know. But I don't need to experience that again. Yeah, ever. It was awful. Yeah, but no, the car is actually quite a bit better than I thought it would be for a sports car. It doesn't feel, so when you're driving, you don't feel like it's, I don't know. Yeah, it looks super nice. It looks super fancy. So now I'll talk about being a passenger. So first impressions when I got in the car. Could you please go down to my legs?
Can you please go down to my legs?
Okay, so I don't. You probably can't see because it's dark, but I'm basically like on a lounge chair. My feet are, I don't know, 10 centimeters.
You can put that down.
No, hold on. I'm talking about being my first impression, and I thought, wow. That's the worst seat ever. And then I went to the front, like most other cars. There's something that you can adjust it, and there wasn't anything there. And I was, oh my God, this is the worst seat ever. And then I started playing around, and then there's an electric. It goes in electrically.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Well, of course, for me it was, oh my God.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so now. There you go. My feet are on the ground. But I was, oh my God, there's no way I can. I don't like that when my feet are up here, and it was super uncomfortable. So the seat isn't amazing. This is always something that's very important to me as a passenger, obviously, is how comfortable it is. And with my height, the seat's okay. It's not great. It's still a bit too long. It's not horrible, but it's not amazing. It's still a bit too long for me. As far as being... it's comfortable, yeah. But I tried the seat heater, and I also tried the cooling. The seat heater is okay. The seat heater for me is something that's amazingly important in winter. It's medium. It's not horrible. It's not amazing. It's somewhere in the middle. But also, I tried the cooling as well. I didn't find the cooling very well.
No, it's not good.
It's very loud.
Yeah.
I mean,
when those two.
Yeah, it's really loud, and I don't feel it on my back. I only feel it on the seat a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I do, but it's not strong.
It's not strong. Yeah. There's not a lot of space.
No.
At all.
Nothing.
I mean, really not. So one thing for me, it's stupid, but one thing for me is I always have a gigantic bottle of water with me. And I usually put that here. And that doesn't work in this car.
Oh.
It also does not work in here. Well, I mean, yeah. If I... Okay, so for me that would be a bit negative as a passenger. I mean, who cares what you're driving? But for me as a passenger, that would be a bit annoying. But I did find a suitable spot, and if I just put it beside me here, it's out of the way-ish. And when I open the door, it doesn't fall out. So in this car, I wouldn't be able to put it in my usual spot. I'd put it here, so it's not that big a deal. But just in general, to do a long trip, you have no space. You have no space at all.
I mean, what is so important about glasses?
But I think that it should be for a cell phone. But
I don't think so.
Because my phone...
No.
Yeah, I have a small...
and even this doesn't fit.
Even this doesn't fit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space. But I like the buttons. So there's the screen, the usual, where you have to... But there's also, which I love... as a passenger, it's not that big a deal if you have to go into a screen and do stuff. But when you're driving, once you know the car, you don't even have to look. You just, okay, I want it colder, whatever, and then you know, because you've done it many times, you know exactly where to press. So I really like the fact that there are buttons. And as a passenger with my height, again, they're easy for me to reach. There's no issue there. Yeah, so I like the combination of a screen and of this. And I like the fact, too, that the screen is not ginormous.
Really?
So, yeah, I know. It's not distracting.
That's true.
It's not distracting at all. There's only a little bit there. I don't like when everything's busy. Yeah, so I like the combi. I think that's good, but the storage space is definitely missing. Yeah, the dogs, I like the fact that they have air, but there's no memory.
Only on my seat.
There's only on your seat, okay. So you wouldn't think, but as a passenger, I actually use the memory quite a bit.
Of course.
So Chris has, not all the time, but occasionally somebody drives with him or whatever, and nobody, they get in the car and they obviously move it back because I'm, and so I use my position, save position quite a bit. So that would for me be a bit negative that I wouldn't remember my exact spot. But overall, as a passenger, it feels good, except for when you floor it. It feels good. I like the fact that you can lock all the doors from my side.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I can actually see quite a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I can put, when I put my seat up high, I can. It even goes higher.
It goes higher than this?
It goes higher than this.
Well, that's stupid.
Nine, not.
It barely touches the roof.
No, but I can actually see. Yeah, it feels, it's a bit bumpy, but nothing unusual. But overall, it's actually way better than I thought it was going to be. The trunk, you can fit a lot of stuff in there.
It's okay. The ID3, okay. The size of the ID3.
That's okay. Yeah.
Nuts.
No, but overall, this car is way more positive than I thought it would be. Yeah, except for a couple tiny little things, it's mostly positive, I'd have to say. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is for some people. Maybe I'm just different. I like quiet. The sound, the driving sound.
Yeah,
the driving
it would be nice to turn it off.
It would be nice to turn that off.
Yeah, you can.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
So it was a bit loud, but I guess they I don't know, people like that or whatever. Yeah. But the blink, I forgot to say that when I was talking about driving, the blinker's nice and quiet. I like the blinker.
Yes,
so
I loved it.
Yeah, the blinker's good. Yeah, but super nice car. It's very fancy. It looks really nice. But I do have to say, from the outside, it looks way fancier than it does from the inside.
That's true.
The inside, you could tell me this is, I don't know.
Yeah, could be. Yeah,
any
totally
other
right.
car. Any other car.
It doesn't.
There's nothing except for this. This is really nice.
I don't like this at all.
Really?
I want normal carbon fiber, not the camouflaged.
It's so easy to clean. Yeah. And one thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about driving, this here, all this stuff here is a bit too busy for me.
You can turn it off.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, but thumbs up for sure. Super nice car, drives really well, and if you have to get somewhere fast.
It does it.
It does it, but it does it in a nice, comfortable way.
Oh.
That you don't feel, I don't know.
Nicely
said. Yeah, but I'm positively surprised.